We're finally coming up to the Karina episode, guys, but first, let's talk about Team Rocket. Yo, what's up everyone? TreyMan1 here. We're back with another Pokémon Journeys anime review. Today we're talking about episode 24. We're just 1 week away, guys. Karina's almost here. But first, let's go ahead and get into this episode, which I gotta say, it was better than I expected. Let's go ahead and get into the summary and my thoughts. After 24 episodes, we finally get an appearance from Matori. And I am glad to see Matori's back. But we didn't get to see her Alolan Meowth, which is kind of heartbreaking because I really expected Meowth to at least make a cameo. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Giovanni ends up giving Team Rocket a vacation, so they decide to go to the resort area in the Sinnoh region, a place that Ash has never been to. Ironically, Ash and Go get assigned to go and look for this special Pokemon there. And this is something that I really love about this series. They're showing off locations that Ash and Go haven't been to. A lot of resorts, mind you, like the desert and now here. This is really cool. But yeah, basically, Ash and Go are searching for this Pokemon. Team Rocket on vacation. They could get Pikachu, but unfortunately, they're on vacation and they would be going against Giovanni's orders if they did. So instead, they end up helping Ash and Go a lot throughout the day. Even Jessie having Pikachu in her own hands for a few minutes. Like, man, if they weren't on vacation, they would definitely go and steal this Pokemon. But unfortunately, they couldn't take it. And I also like the whole gimmick of them being like, oh, me lad, yes, we'll help you do this, we'll help you do that. I think that was pretty hilarious throughout this episode. And Ash and Go are just like, man, these people are so nice. I'm glad we got to meet you. You know, you're just some really nice folks. When in reality, it's Jessie, James, Meowth, and Wobbuffet. Go ends up catching some Pokemon as well, being Magikarp and Goldeen. And it's kind of weird that he's catching Kanto Pokemon. I mean, yes, I get these Pokemon do live in the Sinnoh region, but you would think they would focus on some of the Sinnoh fish. But at the same time, Magikarps do appear in the resort area, so it makes sense. And Go actually ends up fishing up the rare legendary Pokemon that's in this area, which is this giant Magikarp that can jump really high. Obviously a reference to Magikarp Jump, as we're getting a whole episode focused towards that later on. With the help of Team Rocket, they end up fishing out this Pokemon, and Go actually uses his audition in this episode to basically take down this Magikarp so he could catch it. Great job, Go. I'm glad you're using your Pokemon. And while this is all happening, Matori and her crew are catching all the Pokemon in this area. And this is where we get the big battle between Ash and Go versus the Matori Matrix, which we get to see Riolu battling once again. And I'm really glad Ash has been taking Riolu basically with him around the world. Considering Riolu's still the baby Pokemon and it needs a lot of training, it makes sense for Ash to carry this Pokemon with him. So I'm glad Riolu was getting some action. But unfortunately, the Matori Matrix is actually pretty good, and they end up handing Ash a good fight, actually defeating him in battle. And for the first time, Team Rocket succeed in catching Pikachu. The difference with this one is, normally when Jessie and James may quote-unquote get Pikachu, Ash can just call his flying Pokemon and they'll go find them right away. But this time around, Ash couldn't really do that because this is the Matori Matrix. This is like some serious Team Rocket members. They could be anywhere in the world, and he just did not know what to do. I really enjoyed seeing the moments of Ash just, down in the dumps. Like, man, Pikachu's actually gone. Like, he was in so much disbelief because he actually lost. Now, I gotta say, this was pretty crazy to see. And of course, Jessie, James, and Meowth are like, we're not gonna let her take the credit for taking Pikachu. We're gonna take Pikachu ourselves. And so they decide to help Ash find his Pokemon by saying they put trackers on the Matori Matrix while they weren't looking. But in reality, they're Team Rocket members, so they know what's going on with their Rotom phone. Once they end up saving the Pokemon, Ash's Charizard flies through the sky and returns. Guys, I'm just joking. But man, seeing this scene of Ash, Pikachu, Riolu, and Charizard really was like, oh, you got to be kidding me, Pokémon Journeys. Basically, this is another trainer's Charizard, but it was fighting alongside Ash to basically stop the Matori Matrix. And it's just like, why? Why would you do this to us? We want to see Ash's Charizard. But besides that, all the Pokemon at the resort area end up helping Ash and Go defeat the Matori Matrix. And they end up retreating because Officer Jenny ends up showing up. And she tries to stop them, but they're long gone. And then the Charizard, man. The Charizard could have easily flown and caught them in the helicopter, but oh well, it's okay. We know that they're not coming back. And I gotta say, even the comedy was pretty good in this episode. At the end, Ash was like, "Hey, thank you so much, me lads. What was your name, by the way?" And of course, when you ask Team Rocket their names, they say their motto. Jessie starts to say her motto, but James and the others end up stopping her. And at the end of the episode, we get a nice reference to Magikarp jump once again, of the Magikarp basically jumping through the ceiling of the Go Park. And I like Go's character. Like, obviously, we've been seeing he's a reference to Pokemon Go, but if Go is a reference to like basically mobile games in general, that'd be so amazing. Because obviously, they're gonna show off Pokemon Magikarp jump with Go. It would be cool. I mean, Pokemon Masters, that would seem more like Ash's thing. Maybe all the battling focused things like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Masters show with Ash. But as for like Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Magikarp Jump, maybe even Pokemon Quest, it would be nice to see all of that stuff through Go. In the end of it all, Team Rocket ended up basically winning. Kinda, I guess. Like, they ended up failing catching the Pokemon, but our Jessie James Meowth and Wobbuffet Fett ended up winning. Matori got what she deserved, and it was a pretty solid Team Rocket episode. I gotta say, comparing this episode to the Ditto one, I actually kind of like the Ditto episode a lot better because it focused on Jessie's goal of wanting to be an actress, and I just think that was a really nice episode, and it was really emotional seeing that Ditto leave. But this was another solid episode for Team Rocket. I'm enjoying Team Rocket episodes in this series, even though they don't have their own Pokemon. They're finding nice ways to do some interesting stuff with Team Rocket, which is pretty cool as well. And I'm surprised we didn't get to see the Rocket Lottery. It wouldn't make sense for it to appear, considering they couldn't, for one, they were on vacation, and two, they couldn't call on the Rocket Lottery, or Matori would know this is Jessie and James. So it does make sense at the end of the day. With that being said, that was a pretty nice episode, but let's talk about what we're all really excited for. Next week's episode, Karina's coming back. Oh my goodness, so much hype. For one, we got the confirmation of it's Gengar and Dragonite versus Mega Lucario. And we don't know who Karina's second Pokemon is. Lucario may just end up sweeping Ash, which would be completely surprising. But we'll have to see how this battle goes down. Also, not only is Karina returning, but her grandfather is as well. As we see, Karina's grandfather's Lucario appears. And we know this is her grandfather's because he has the green wristband, basically, while Karina has the red. So Go's going to be meeting Karina's grandfather. Ash is battling Karina. So much hype, so much potential. Ash could be getting that Mega Ring, guys. We don't know. We got to wait and see. All I know is I'm just super excited and super glad to see Karina coming back, as she was one of Ash's companions. Temporary companion, but still, she's a great character. A lot of people love Karina's character, including myself, and I can't wait to see how their battle will go down. Thank you all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and in the comments down below, let me know what you all think about this episode and how you feel about the next. I'm TreyMan1. Peace out.